Well, hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we have another offering from JFEGWO. This is their model 8250A. This is their heavy-duty car jump starter with air compressor. So I want to say thank you to JFEGWO for sending this product out for review. Let's take a look at the side of the packaging. You can see it says thank you for choosing JFEGWO, and then on the back there's nothing, and then on the other side it's a repeat. And then of course on the bottom of the package you can see there is some social media and internet connections. So if you want to look for them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, this is TikTok I believe, and then of course there's their email as well as their website. Keep energized, it says. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm very excited about this product. On the bottom here we're just going to pull it out and the box opens up, and as you can see there's a nice foam insert in there, and the product comes packaged very well. There's nothing left in that box, so we'll just set that out of the way and take a look at that. It's got like a little carry handle, nice heavy duty zipper all the way around. Good, looks like a nice zipper. It has the words jump starter on the top. It feels pretty rigid, so we'll unzip and see what's included in this package. So again, inside there's another foam insert, and the first thing that we see here is the user manual. We'll talk about that here in a second. The next thing that we see is the unit itself, and it looks like it's already powered on. Low battery, so we're going to have to get right into charging. Take a look at that. That is pretty cool. Nice looking unit. Right here you have in, out, out, out. So the only one that's input is this USB-C, this power delivery, 65 watts. So you can plug it in here to charge it or use it as an output. And then right there you see we have a 5 volt 2.4 amp USB-A. Down below that we have another quick charge. This is an output, quick charge 3.0. And then of course we have another 10 amp 12 volt output right there. There is a flashlight on the unit. There's some little rubber things here so when you set it down. And then of course right here, this is where you would plug in the part that you would use to jump start your vehicle. Right there's an air inlet. And then of course on the back there's a little bit of information, you know, the model number CS02, and then you can see the hose that we would use for the air compressor portion of the unit. Right here there is a few buttons. You have the force start button, you have a power button, a mode button. This is for the light I believe, and then plus and minus to increase or decrease your pressure of your air compressor. And very nice looking unit. Let's go ahead and see what else is included. Little zipper portion here, and we do have this little part that says free gift, and it looks like you plug that into the wall outlet, and it gives you an output of 5 volts 3 amps, so not too bad. And then right here you can see that we have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Very cool. We can go ahead and get this thing plugged in and get this thing charging, but we'll do that here in just a second. Now the next part are the jumper cables themselves. So remember that little port that had the keyed fitting? This is only going to go in there one way. So this one here is flat on one end and round on the other. It looks like a D, and then this other one's round. So there's only one way to plug that in. Cool thing about these wires is one of them is longer than the other, so it minimizes the chances that you would have a short circuit. So it says caution, do not cause any short circuits. Number 2, do not touch the battery clamps together. So we don't want to do none of this stuff, right? This is the negative, this is the positive. So nice, those feel pretty good. And then right here, this is the hose that goes to the compressor side of things, and that's probably 2 feet long, I'm guessing. You have a few different attachments here, and I like that they have them all together in one little location. Very cool. You can lock this down on your valve stem and click it into place. And then of course on the bottom of the unit itself, this is where that threads to right there. This plugs in to the unit and it gives you a car outlet. So 12 volt, pretty cool. This plugs in right here. I believe that's a 5.5 by 2.1. Don't quote me, but I think that's what that is. And now we've got our USB-C plugged into a wall outlet. And again, let's just remind ourselves it is this top right in USB-C. So we'll just put that in right there. I like that it's labeled very clearly. We'll plug that in and we will begin charging this unit. As you can see, in real time, this little LED screen says that we're bringing in 22 watts of input, and while we're charging, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the user manual. So here is a look at the user manual. Feel free to pause your screen if there's anything that you want to read a little bit longer. Here is a packing list of everything that's included in the box. I like the way they lay out this manual. It's pretty nice. Here is a page with all the specifications of this unit, and the air compressor, this is kind of impressive. It goes up to 300 psi. Now right here there is an exploded diagram that kind of gives you a list of things. So if you're curious what number 10 is, for example, you can come right there and see that number 10 is an air outlet. Very nice product overview page there. Here is some information about the buttons and the LED display, what each button does, and what the display would say. Very nice. And then right here there is some fault diagnosis. So if you have a problem, you get a warning or something, it'll tell you what it is and what you can do. Very nice. There's all your error codes. Here is some warning information, and then steps to jump start. So if you're going to use this as a jump starter, make sure that you're following these steps. Number 1, you're going to push the power button for 1.5 seconds to turn on the device. If the battery is low, the display will show a low battery warning. Then number 2, connect the cable to the port on the left side of the device. Number 3, attach the clamps. Number 4, start the car. Number 5, remove the clamps. And lastly, remove the cable from the device. And then of course there are some notes down here. Do not attempt to start the vehicle more than 5 times consecutively. Now if there's no response on the display after connecting the clamps to the battery, use the force start button for a forced start. When the forced start mode is activated, the product's protection functions will be disabled. Ensure the correct connection on the positive and negative terminals of the car battery to avoid risks of short circuit or explosion. It's pretty crazy because this thing has a lithium polymer battery in it. And here is the steps for using the air compressor to inflate. Press the power button for 1.5 seconds to turn on the power. Press the M button to enter the inflation interface. And finally remove the air hose from the bottom. Okay, twist the air hose. They're saying make this connection, put on the valve core, check the current, and the preset value is 36 psi. If adjustments are needed, please follow the steps. And then short press the M button to select the inflation mode. Long press the M button to choose PSI, bar, or KPA units. And once the desired unit and mode are selected, press the plus and minus buttons to set the desired inflation value. And then step number 4, press the power button to briefly start inflating. The display screen will automatically show the inflation pressure. Once the preset pressure value is reached, the device will shut off automatically. Detach the hose and store it all in the back. And then of course here's some more information about using the air compressor. I'm not going to read all of this to you guys, so feel free to pause again if you want to read all of that. We're almost done. Hazardous substance. X indicates the substance exceeds the standards. And then here is some facts about the product. And then right here, more facts. And then if you have any questions, you can email JFEGWO. And then here's some information about the company themselves. So right there. Very nice. And then of course a big thank you on the back. And then again, contact them. There's all their internet links and stuff where you can find them. And that's all there is to it on the user manual. Now while we have the charging going, it says right here, do not cause any short circuits, do not connect the two clamps together. Then this green one says auto disconnection, and then the red one says wrong connection. Now this unit can jump start 12 volt cars. You can use it as a battery booster. So if you're running a gas engine, you can go up to 14 liter gas engines with this thing. You can jump start them. And if you're going to jump start a diesel engine, you can go up to 12 liter diesel engine. That's huge. And they say that when this thing's fully charged, you can get 90 starts per charge. That's cool. This is perfect for motorcycles, trucks, cars, tractors, RVs, maybe even your travel trailer tires. You could use this for semi-trucks, all kinds of things. Wheelbarrows, you could inflate balls and stuff that you're taking to the beach, all those things. And this unit does have 10 different protection systems built into the unit. It's got overcharge protection, overload protection, short circuit protection, over voltage protection. It has over current protection. It has AI software protection, reverse polarity protection, reverse charge protection, low temperature protection, and high temperature protection. So lots of protection systems built into this device. Now when we talk about the low temperature protection, don't forget that this unit can still work all the way down to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Now this screen is beautiful. This is a 4.6 inch LED screen. The unit weighs 6.91 pounds. And if you count the dimensions, if you want to see how big this unit is, when it's in the case, it's 10.94 inches by 8.9 inches by 5.94 inches tall. That's when it's in the zipped case. But when it's sitting like this, it is 9.45 inches wide, 6.8 inches deep, and 3.35 inches tall. And at this point we can see that charging is complete. So this is fantastic. All of this will settle down here in just 1 second. So now that the unit is fully charged, let's go ahead and turn it on. We're going to push and hold the power button for 1.5 seconds. You can see the display come on, and let's go ahead and talk about the flashlight right here. So if I push the flashlight button, you'll see that the light comes on. We have 600 lumens of output. That is fantastic. If I push the button again, you will see that it goes into kind of a strobe setting. And right here on the display, you can also see that the light is illuminated. Now if I push this button one more time, we will get an SOS function. Okay, so if you're confused as to what light mode you're on, just look right here at the display. It says SOS. If I push it again, the light will turn off. If I push it one time, there's flashlight. Push it again, there's the strobe. And push it again, there's the SOS. So it's very easy to tell what mode of light you're on. The display is awesome. Now if you wish to turn on the air compressor, all you have to do is push the M button, and you can set your PSI to whichever PSI you want, and this number is the current PSI that you're at the moment. So if you want to increase, you can just increase by going up, or if you want to decrease, you just push down the minus button. Say we want maybe 30 PSI or something. You just go right there, and then when you're ready to turn on the compressor, you just tap the power button. Tap the power button again, and it turns the compressor off. And if you want to turn the unit off in its entirety, just push and hold the power button until the display turns off. If you want different modes, you just push right here. There's a preset for cars. There is a, push it again. There's a preset for motorcycles, 36 psi. Push it again. You have bicycles, 45 psi. Balls, 8 psi. So you can go through these preset modes and choose whichever one you want, or like I showed just a second ago, you can adjust this to whatever you want. So you want 27 psi, you set it there, you start the pump, and as this climbs, when it hits that target, this pump will turn itself off. Long press is going to turn the unit off. And of course, let's not forget that we have these 3 different ports that have output, as well as the input is also an output. So we can get power delivery at 65 watts, we can get quick charge 3.0, we can get 12 volt at 10 amp, or 5 volt at 2.4 amp USB-A. So don't forget about those. You do need to turn the power on to access those though, so you just long press, turns the power on, and then you can use these ports. And so now that we have the unit turned on, we're just going to plug in our USB-A right here, right into the side of the unit. Let me flip that around. USB-A, and then we'll take the USB-C portion, plug it into the phone, and there you can see we have begun charging. What's cool about this is when you're charging, you can see the current wattage that you're charging with. So we got our phone charging right there, and 7 to 8 watts. Now if I push and hold this button, watch this, it'll stop charging my phone. See that? So let's take a look at that again. Let's hold this down, turn the unit on. There it is, back to charging. So that's pretty cool how those work. I love that it shows in real time how many watts you're using this as a power bank for. Very cool. Okay, right now I have a headlamp that has a rechargeable 14500 battery. This is a little through night headlamp. Nice little headlamp. This is model TH20 Pro. This is an awesome little headlamp. So I want to charge this battery. I'll just plug this in right here. You can see the red charging indicator, and that will turn green when charging is complete. Now I know that there's probably someone out there that wants to know if you can do 2 USB devices simultaneously. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Right now I've got my battery charging. We're going to just go ahead and plug in the USB-A again, right here into the side. And we will go to the phone and see if we will charge the phone as well. So let's take a look at that. Boom, boom. Now we have the phone charging as well as my little battery. So that's pretty cool that you can do multiple things at the same time. We are pulling a total of 11 watts. This is a nice little battery bank. Well, it looks like we have a low tire on the Rhino here, so I'm going to take the air compressor portion here, and on the back I'm going to go ahead and pull this tube off, and let's connect this here just like so. This is very easy to make this connection. It's not hard at all. And from here we'll go ahead and take the valve stem and connect it to the tire. Lock that into place. Now we'll push and hold to turn this unit on. And let's push the M button to bring the air compressor up. And I have it preset to 9 psi. That's what I think we'll need for this tire. 9 pounds. So let's go ahead and push the power button and get this thing pumped up. And as you can see, the pump turned off once it reached the pressure. We'll go ahead and disconnect the valve stem here. Lay this unit against my knee, and we'll take this hose off, make this disconnection here. And I love how this hose just fits right on the back of the unit. So we just fold this around just like this. It makes it a nice flat point so you can lay it down. And then of course from here we're going to long press to turn the unit off and put this back in the box. And as you can see, we're fully pumped up, ready to continue on. And this thing did a really good job, and it wasn't too loud. A lot of these little air compressors are crazy loud, but this one wasn't so bad. Oh yeah, look at that, it worked like a champ. Well folks, as I wrap up this video, I thought that I would give you some of my final thoughts. I like this unit. As you could see in my testing, this unit worked very well. I love this padded case that it comes with. I like all the accessories that are included. These alligator clamps were fantastic. They have plenty of capacity to open up very large to get over those battery terminals. They worked very well. And the power that this thing packs, you know, the punch that this unit packs is wonderful. The air compressor, as you saw, worked very well. Everything about this unit seems to be well thought out and worked very well. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple cables in here. Here is the charging brick and the USB-C to USB-C charging cable, as well as the user manual. I like this unit, folks. It worked really well. If you're interested in one of these units, I will put a link in the description box where you can find it. I don't really have much more to say. It was a fantastic unit and it worked good. I want to say thank you to JFEGWO for sending this unit out for review. I can easily picture something like this being in my vehicle for an emergency jump starter or air compressor. I like that they include both tools in one device. So with all that being said, folks, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some good useful information out of it. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video, and until next time, have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.